get up, get up, get up.
Need to get that out because this sucks. We don't want to talk about this. This is the worst. This is the worst outcome that could have happened for this episode. I mean, the Mets just got the
bum rushed,
just destroyed,
annihilated,
just absolutely dominated,
eviscerated.
And the worst part is
humiliated,
embarrassed. Here's the thing. I'll do it real quick. Stinks. You lose another game, the season's over against the Padres. You can't lose another one. You can't afford to lose another game. And I didn't expect Max Scherzer to be the guy that I was disappointed with. He just didn't pitch well. I think there's no other way around it. I'm not going to go and divulge into all the stats and all that, but he pitched poorly, and that stinks coming off of a bit of a disappointing start in Atlanta. Just expected more from him. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not necessarily sure. Hopefully he figures it out. Hopefully the Mets give him the opportunity to figure it out. Because as we know, if we lose, there's not going to be a chance to figure that out in the 2022 season. But this one stinks. This is definitely the most frustrating episode to record, right?
It's the saddest one we've at least done since this whole Mets thing started. It's just you were left in that game just like thinking what could have even got wrong here.
Like, I'm not even going to do the typical intro because
we're way past
that. This is going to be a rip the Band-Aid off episode.
If you're listening now, you follow us on Twitter at Mets'd. You follow us on Instagram at Mets'd. Hopefully you keep an eye on the TikTok at Mets'd. But there's no other recourse here. There's no option. This is it.
You're a masochist, right? Where if you're listening to this a little bit, you're a bit of a masochist.
You enjoy pain. It's a Saturday, the game's at night.
We know what happened yesterday.
It's terrible.
We know the event or the events that occurred. And there's really not a silver lining outside the idea that the series is not over, the season is not over. Thank God this isn't like the Champions League in soccer where there's aggregate, because we'd be screwed.
Also, thank God it's not the traditional wild card format where it'd just be 4 or 5 playing one game, because the Mets season would be over right now. It would be completely over, and we'd be having a worse episode than even this is right now. But it's not. You have a chance to win 2 games. It's possible.
It's very possible. Like as bad as today feels, it can feel
bad.
It can feel so much better tomorrow.
Yeah,
it could feel awesome tomorrow. We could feel great. As bad as it feels tonight, we could feel as good tomorrow.
True, and probably not that much worse.
No,
right now.
I mean, I guess it can't get worse, right?
No, I mean, it's almost like the mentality right now is so just sad, dejected. It's like it can't literally get worse. The season will literally be over. But it's just I'm so upset right now.
And I got to shout out the Mets fans, because the Mets fans came amped tonight.
They did.
Amped. We were at
Mets
the stadium.
showed up.
We were at the stadium early. We were here since 5 o'clock. Which
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. The 8 o'clock start was absolute hell. That's awful. I don't know.
An hour without baseball tonight was insane.
That was a botched job. But botched it. The 8 o'clock start was rough, but the fans were amped. And I mean, speaking on our experience, as soon as we got here, I was like, I need this game to start. I need this game to start right now, because I felt it in my bones. My blood was pumping. I was ready to go. And the stadium was hype from pitch one, from the introductions, from the time that they allowed fans to the stadium. It was lit. There was "Let's Go Mets" chants breaking out apparently on the subways coming to the game. Like, everyone felt great. It just didn't translate to on the field.
No, I mean, also, how could that not have been the case? Like, of course, the Mets fans were going to come hyped up. Like, everyone was going to come hyped up. It was the first playoff game in Citi Field in 6 years. Like, people were amped. The team won 101 games. Max Scherzer was on the mound. Like, the lineup was great. Starling Marte returned.
Yeah,
and it just completely fizzled. And there was no way out.
It fizzled, and it didn't, because Scherzer gave up that 2-run shot to Josh Bell, who Josh Bell just seemingly owns Max Scherzer, which is
he owns him. The second home run of the season. I mean, if there's anything that Max Scherzer's ever. Is any kryptonite that Max Scherzer's ever had? It's the long ball to left-handed hitters.
Yes.
And it happened tonight. Like, Josh Bell, the home run the first inning. Trent Grisham, the home run the second inning.
Jurickson Profar wasn't off of him, right?
It was. Of course it was. Yes, that was
the
third, fourth,
that was
fifth inning.
The 5th, 6th, and 7th run of the game.
Yes. Yeah. 3-run home run that iced it.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, so going back to what I was saying, it started off like the home run stunk, and it did deflate the sails a little bit.
For sure. But not all the way.
Not all the way, because we rallied in the first. We had opportunities, Lindor stealing bases. It felt like the Mets were more comfortable against Yu Darvish than
we had the Darvish
past.
chant going. It actually seemed to rally him. Stepped off like 3 times in the first inning.
Shout out our guy Jenny, because I know he was really pushing that on Twitter. I don't know if he's the originator, but if he is, shout out to you, because it was working. It was working. Darvish was stepping off. He was throwing balls for a guy who doesn't throw a lot of balls. I mean, it felt like majority of them came in the first inning.
It was like that moment where you knew you had him on the ropes and you didn't make him pay. And then it happened again the second inning with Starling Marte in his first at-bat from a full-month layoff. Also got a single, and then immediately stole 2 bases as well. and it happened again. And you were like, "Oh, this is really bad," because we had an opportunity. We had multiple opportunities to score runs. Mets, two innings in a row. The Mets had a man on third and less than 2 outs. They didn't cash in either time. And then Darvish got into a groove, and then it got out of hand. Yeah, and that was it.
Needed to chip away. They desperately needed to chip away, and they just couldn't. I mean, Pete, unfortunately, left some guys on. I don't remember who left on guys in the second inning.
Escobar.
Also a good game. Who also had like probably the best game of anybody on the Mets.
Certainly
did. That guy keeps swinging. Move him up in the lineup for tomorrow, please. I mean, get this guy more at bats the way he's swinging it. Home run and a double.
Bullpen kept it completely where it was.
They really did. The bullpen did a great job. It just really fell on the shoulders of Scherzer. Unfortunately, didn't perform like we expected him, and the offense didn't get the hits that we needed. Like, we've seen this at times this year where they haven't been able to come through with that big hit, and this is the dangerous game you play when you don't hit the long ball.
And it was also a situation like we've talked about ad nauseum this year where the Padres had 7 hits, scored 7 runs. The Mets had 6 hits, scored 1 run. And like that's just now the ratio that you're going to win playoff baseball games. We saw in all the other games that happened earlier today on Friday, the home runs won the game.
Besides the Phillies game.
Besides the Phillies, which is hilariously ironic that the Phillies won because of bad Cardinals defense, ball.
And because they got lucky with balls in play without hitting home runs.
But I think in the other games, most of the runs the Mariners scored were by the home run.
Cal Raleigh hit that 2-run homer.
Yeah, I think Eugenio hit a double.
He did.
Yeah, and then Jose Siri hit a solo home run for the Rays. Jose Ramirez
hit the 2-run home run. Yep.
And what was the other game?
What was the other game?
I'm totally blanking.
Phillies and then the Blue Jays Mariners game.
Yeah, we talked about them all.
We
were the other game.
Yeah,
we were.
This is the other game. It wasn't even a game.
We know the Padres have plenty of home runs.
Oh, getting the MLB alert that Padres dominate Max Scherzer made me want to just crawl into a hole, fetal position.
Now here's another one for you, Abiel. I mean, this is it's not the end.
No,
it's not the end by any means. The Mets can still very much win this series.
I hope it's not the end.
You've got Jacob deGrom going in game 2. And that's, I mean, if you're going to go down, you got to go down with your best. And if for some way, somehow, this is how the Mets lose with Scherzer and deGrom on the mound, it probably wasn't meant to be.
I'm like smiling in like the psychotic way right now. It makes our conversation about the game 2 possibilities after win so futile. It makes it so dumb to listen back to that, to hear our own selves talk about the ways we could have gamed it out and strategized after winning the first game, planning for the next series. Like, oh my God.
I know a lot of people watching my YouTube video of my World Series predictions. I picked the Mets.
I mean, how could you not?
Of course. They won 101 games. Like, what am I? Am I biased for doing it? Of course, I have a little bias. I mean, I'm a huge Mets fan, work with them now, but also at the same time, this team is good. The Mets have thrived in 3-game series this year.
Thrived. Probably as good as any other team in baseball in terms of how many 3-game series they won.
So it's like, it's so cheesy to say because it feels like absolute shit right now.
It's really cheesy to say when we have like a knife like sticking out of our chest.
Yeah. And you're just waiting for a twist or a pull out.
That's what I mean. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's kind of an even shot right now.
Or you just keep it in there, which I guess would be the best case scenario.
Keep fighting, you stop the blood, then try to stab the other guy.
Yes, try to stab the other guy. That's what we need right now. Is we need a little life because it felt like at times the lights were bright.
Just felt like everyone was stunned.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like I don't know. It maybe like a situation where last weekend happened so fast. You didn't think you were going to be in this game anyway. Then it comes up on you really quickly.
Yeah.
So maybe then tomorrow, that one day is the big adjustment everyone needs. A day off, breathe, miss some kind of rally and cry in the morning. But, oh, man, this just hurts so bad.
Yeah, I mean, if there was ever a wake-up call, I mean, this is it. You got 1 game left if you lose. I mean, this is literally tomorrow could be the last game of the season. And I'm not one to, sound the alarms or anything like that. But this could be the last game of the season.
And this team has fought so hard so many times this year. So many crazy comebacks.
They're so good. This is the most frustrating part. This team is really good.
And like tonight, in terms of like being good hitting, there were so many hard hit balls turned into outs, and also so many pop-ups.
So many.
There weren't really even that many swings and misses or strikeouts.
No.
It was either a pop-up or a line drive that found a glove.
At least this is what it felt like. We don't have our laptops in front of us for this
as you guys can see, there's no research here.
We're ripping this one raw. I mean, that's kind of how it should be with these series, is just kind of get out of here. I told Mendez if we don't get under 30 minutes here, I'm going to give him a $100 bill tomorrow.
For sure. This episode's about getting Mendez home to the kids.
Yeah, he's got to get home, get some sleep, get rest with the family. But
get back here tomorrow night to do it again.
Yeah, because I mean, like we do have tomorrow night, and I guess if there's any solace, it's that there is tomorrow, and you got to win.
Do you guys want to know how many pop-outs the Mets hit?
Yeah, just give it to us, Sean.
7.
That's so many. That's like 1 an inning.
Actually, that's only in fair territory. There was a foul pop, too.
Oh.
So that's 8.
No, that's so many. That's so many pop-ups.
While we pontificate and waste time here, can you find out the most pop-ups the Mets have had in a game this year?
I can.
All right. Yeah,
Thanks,
let John go on his computer, do the
God. Thank you
whatever
for the
it
computer,
is.
John.
We've all, me and James have also been talking about this for the last 3 hours.
We're like out of stuff to say.
We're kind of out of stuff to say because, like, you know, you have your initial reactions, and that's probably a little hyperbole as well, a little overreaction.
Hyperbolic.
Hyperbolic.
I've got the answer.
Give it to us.
This matched the most in any game Mets this year.
I did say, like, leaving the seats that this was, I think, pound for pound, one of the worst games the Mets played all year.
Definitely.
Truthfully.
I mean, I guess it can't get worse, right?
But here's another thing. They had the same amount of hard hit balls as the Padres did tonight.
That's
It was
what I know. That makes
11 on
it
each side.
either.
11 on each side.
Don't tell me that either. I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want to hear that we played relatively similarly. It's just we didn't hit the long ball, and that's the difference. DeGrom's pitching tomorrow, and I know his last few starts have been a little bit shaky, but I mean, he is our guy. He is the best pitcher in baseball. We know that. And if you're gonna go down swinging, DeGrom's gonna give us our best chance, right? I mean, you got to win tomorrow, and then you worry about Game 3 on Sunday.
You literally have to win tomorrow. We can't even begin to consider Game 3 right now.
Game 3 technically doesn't exist.
Jacob deGrom has to go out tomorrow and like
pitch the game of his life.
Yeah, no, he doesn't pitch a game of his life. He has to pitch like basically a 50th percentile outcome game for Jacob deGrom, which is like 6 innings, no runs, 10 Ks.
Which would be great. Sign me up.
That'd be awesome. But
Sign me up.
We just
we also need to hit.
That comment about the hard hit balls has kind of shook me. I don't even know what to say after that because it did feel like that watching the game. The Padres didn't hit that many in play. Like literally from the first batter of the game, that stupid
jerks and
how
Profar
dumb are we for talking about jerks and Profar?
I mean, we knew
how
it,
annoying
though.
it is.
We knew
Literally.
it.
Worse than annoying. The home run was a shot, but the bloop on the first pitch of the game,
I know.
What an omen that was. To put Max Scherzer under duress immediately, you ended up throwing almost a 20-pitch inning. Gave the long home run to Josh Bell on the 3-1 pitch. 3 home runs off fastballs. It was just, it just felt so wrong. It felt so terrible. Even that fastball we saw early in the game, I said, why is there so much tail on that?
Yeah, you did say that earlier.
I did.
Yeah.
There was too much.
Didn't look like a Scherzer fastball.
No, it didn't. There was no rod. It was all tail. Not as much life. There were no swings and misses in the zone. It was terrible. Need DeGrom. Need the team to just step up in general. Everybody has to look at themselves and be like, this is it.
This could be the end of the season. Like
literally.
The clock's ticking.
24
clock's
hours.
ticking. We have 24 hours. Well, I guess we have like 18 hours until tomorrow's game.
Until it starts, yeah.
7:30 start.
Yeah,
but
half hour earlier.
You can't let tomorrow be the last day of the season. You can't.
You have to fight.
This team is so good. And it's, whatever, call me an idiot for believing still, but like,
you can't not believe.
You can't.
What's the point of not believing?
One, it's literally the slogan of this team. You got to believe. And two, like, 101 games.
These Mets got to believe.
Yeah, it was not a fluke. This team is not a fluke. It's just they've really chose to play the worst baseball at the worst time.
I don't want to say things that we'd have to say if things were worse, because maybe we'll go through that at a later date if we do have to say like certain things that were, but this is one of the worst games I played all year. This is the worst month cumulatively of baseball they played the whole year. And you have very little time turning it around, but you still have the opportunity to turn it around. And you have to hang your hats on that.
My dad posed this question to both of us. I don't think either of us really answered it.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Would it have been worse to lose the game like the Mets did today, or like the Cardinals did by just completely completely falling apart? It's got to be the Cardinals, right?
100%. Because like if you look at the Cardinals, they have a similar like late inning bullpen situation to the Mets, where they have a closer who's dominant.
Yeah, apparently I didn't know this until you told me. Ryan Helsley did not blow a save all year.
It might have been one, or it might have been lost a tie game, because I know he has losses, but I don't know about the actual blown save because he got the closer role earlier into the season. But if there would have been trumpets and Edwin Diaz would have done a Ryan Helsley, I probably would have just refused this recording. I don't know what I would have done. Like that would have been even more. That would have been more miserable.
Yeah, at least it was over very quickly.
I guess. Yeah. Like by the 2 hours in, we're like, all right, that happened.
At least it could only get better.
That Austin Nola ball was fouled by a millimeter.
He literally touched the foul line, like
on the far side, on the foul side.
Things got to fall our way tomorrow. Like
I guess
everything fell the Padres,
also,
but they also put the ball in the air.
We were getting texts from people too that like the first couple innings, strike zone was moving around a little bit, but when you give up 7 runs, it's hard to really
blame the umpire.
Hard to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
The hard hit ball thing is really ruining me.
Like
can I make up for it, James?
Sure,
go make up.
I have a few positives that I want to interject
please,
here.
I need it, Johnny.
I have
I need
a
it
lot.
like
Johnny
air.
Optimist.
I need it like oxygen.
That's right. I like that, James.
Johnny
Start
Optimism.
calling me that more.
Johnny Optimism.
I mean, you're only optimism on the recording, so go on.
That's not true. Don't listen to him. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yes.
I'm going to rewind to 2020. There were 2 teams that lost Game 1 in the wild card round and wound up winning the series.
Huge. All right, I'm back.
San Diego Padres were one of them. They lost Game 1, 7-4 to the Cardinals. They won the next 2.
Where's my seatbelt? Lock me in.
That is one thing.
We'll be back.
Number 2, no team in baseball this year was better at bouncing back from losses than the New York Mets, who were 43-18 in games immediately following a loss this season.
Johnny stats.
A stat that has been prevalent throughout the entire season And no better time than now to keep that trend going.
Johnny Stats.
Number 3.
I needed that.
You guys mentioned this, but let's dig in a little bit deeper.
Yes.
When we all saw that Starling Marte was on the roster this morning, I think a lot of people raised some eyebrows.
Surprised.
Happy, but surprised.
Yeah.
Then you see he's in the starting lineup, hitting 6th.
You're like, oh, he's ready to play. He's ready.
And you're like, holy cow, what?
Holy cow.
And he goes 2 for 4?
Got Phil Rizzuto on the stats.
2 for 4 with a pair of stolen bases today.
He looked great.
And the first ball, that ground ball single in the second inning was, I think, 110 off the bat.
And he made that awesome play in right field, crashing into the wall.
When Lugo's on the mound.
He looked really good tonight. I think there's a chance we see him hitting higher in the order. He didn't hit 6 all season.
Probably also against a lefty tomorrow.
I think Marte moves back to 2
That
if
might
I'm going
be
to
the
speculate.
case.
I think we go back to the lineup that we saw at the beginning of the year, and I think Alvarez is probably DHing, if I had to guess.
Probably.
And that's,
him or Darren Ruff.
Yeah.
Correct.
Darren Ruff's due.
Darren Ruff is so due.
Darren Ruff's due.
I have more.
There's
I have
ever
more.
a time for
You
Darren
more?
Ruff to
I
get
have
hot.
more.
There's more?
But wait.
There's more.
Okay,
But wait,
hit
there's
me.
more.
Hit me.
This is like a good infomercial. The bullpen tonight. You guys mentioned this also, but let's go a little bit. 4 1/3 innings of work, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts.
Oh.
The bullpen is a thing that for the last 3-4 months,
strikeouts?
7 strikeouts. Fans were saying this is going to be the bugaboo of this team.
Bullpen's been awesome. all
Bullpen has
year.
been incredible.
Juan Soto was 0 for 4 tonight.
I think 0 for 5 he wound up.
I was going to mention that. That's actually the biggest kick in the you-know-what, that
Yeah.
they controlled him,
The
and the
jejunum.
Padres still scored 7 runs.
I know.
2
I would
more.
take kicking the June
2
right
more.
now.
The Mets were 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position tonight.
Can't get worse.
It cannot get worse. That's
Unless
the
you're
kind of
0 for 11.
thing in the ebbs and flows of a season, of a series, you name it, that turns in your favor. That luck. Those
has
balls drop in.
All
Those
luck.
hard hit balls start to drop in. And finally, and this is the biggest one, Jacob deGrom has made 10 career starts against the San Diego Padres.
No, John, give it to me.
He has a 1.28 ERA.
I'd love to hear that.
He has walked 12 hitters and struck out 82 and allowed
great.
4 home runs. 9 of his 10 starts have been quality starts. The guy's a competitor. We know that. This place is going to be rocking again tomorrow.
For sure.
It is one game. Who else would you rather have on the mound?
No one.
No one in baseball. Not a single pitcher in baseball that I would choose over Jacob deGrom right now. To
Jacob
pitch.
deGrom?
Yeah, Jacob deGrom.
You say Dickey there.
Yeah, no, I would also take R.A. Dickey. I mean, give me an 80-mile-an-hour knuckleball right now.
That version of Dickey.
Yeah, I don't know if he's currently able
Out
to
of
pitch
the
like
bullpen.
that. But
I'm still with knuckleball.
oh, for sure. You never lose the knuckleball. If that guy wants to go pitch in Korea or Japan, I'm sure he'd be lights out.
I think he already did once.
No.
No?
Nah, he won a Cy Young.
He didn't
No, I
pitch
think before he
overseas.
came back to the
I
Mets.
don't think so.
No?
I don't know.
thought he did.
I don't know the illustrious career of R.A. Dickey, but yeah, I mean,
look at
Jacob
that.
deGrom's the guy you want on the mound. Jacob deGrom's the guy you want, and they have to hit. They have to hit.
And like we had one less hit than the Padres, we had the same amount of hard hit balls. Like the bat, and people watching this game, besides the pop-ups, pop-ups is the worst ball
Yeah.
play you could ever do in baseball.
Of course.
There's almost 0% chance a pop-up ever turns to a hit, unless you're Jerickson Profar in the first at-bat of the game. But you just you have to hope that it just
They
turns
fall.
around. It just falls differently. You almost can't change the process. There were some process things that maybe you would change, but just you got to keep playing your game. And there's nothing about this Padres team that's really particularly daunting or scary or intimidating at all. Really, realistically, there really isn't. Like, there's nothing about this Padres team be like, oh, I'm really scared to face this team. They will crush us. It's not. It's not true.
I got an idea for tomorrow. You ready for this?
Yes.
You ready for me to pitch this? This is on the fly. Tomorrow, we're going to be here early, right? Game 7:30. We're going to be here. What time do the gates open tomorrow, John?
I think 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. So we'll be here at 5 o'clock. If you're at the game at 5 o'clock, me and James are going to be hanging out. Well, are we needed tomorrow early?
I think it's up to us.
I think it's up to us. All right, so let's just put this out there. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock when the gates open, me and James are going to be out in center field hanging out at the Coors Light, whatever that, what's that called?
The Jim Beam Bar?
Jim Beam Bar.
The one next to it, the Proletariat's bar.
The what bar?
The Proletariat.
What
The one
bar
with
did
the
you
beer.
just say?
The one with the beer.
The Jim
Yeah.
Beam bar is fancy.
Yeah, well, center field, we're going to have a congregation of Mets'd Up listeners, hopefully. If you guys are going to be here at the game tomorrow, show up early, come have a drink with us.
Or hang out with us.
Or hang out
if you're
with
not
us.
21.
If you're not 21, come hang out. We're going to have a nice Mets'd Up meetup tomorrow. I think
Yeah.
tomorrow's the day to do it. We
Right.
need good vibes. We need good vibes.
Seance.
Let's all talk, conversate, have a good time, and maybe that will swing some things for us.
I mean, we met tons of people tonight. Got a lot of love.
Yeah.
I met Drew up in 521 at the end of the game. He gifted me at the end. That was cool.
Shout out Dylan and Elliot.
Yes.
Which was awesome to meet them.
Really cool to meet them.
They have some great ideas for us, too.
Yeah, honestly, we might bring them on.
Future interns.
Yeah, right.
Guys,
Literally future
We don't know
interns.
how to use Instagram.
No
It's
idea.
the one social media we have no clue, and they were like, we know Instagram.
We met those guys by Sweet Chick, too. Said they
Yes.
met us one time before in the Shake Shack line. I don't think we got their names, but it's
been a
appreciated
long
if
night.
you guys are listening, meeting
That
you.
was 6 hours ago.
Yes.
It was 6 o'clock. It's
Yes.
midnight.
Wow, the
a
guy
long day.
really long.
Mendez, how much time are we at here? Am I owing you? Oh, 20. Okay, good. We're good.
Times I wrap it up.
I got to owe him $100 if we go over 30 minutes. I shook on it. I'm a man of my word.
You know that you can't stay under.
I know.
There's
I
no
know.
chance.
But I will
Usually
say.
with the laptops in front of us, we can find things to talk about because we can start looking things up,
But
researching
also,
things.
it is one game, and it did just happen. And
like a mosquito on me.
unfortunately, there wasn't actually a lot to talk about.
This is why we need the bat to kill the mosquito.
I know. Where's Brett Batty?
I actually, when I was walking out of here yesterday, after we were out here pretty. No, it wasn't even that late. It was
Me
just
and Vito
it was,
got out of
it
here
was
before
just
you,
evening.
yeah.
But when I walked down, because I sat and ate my chicken in the stands, I just wanted to like take in the stadium empty before all of this stuff. I had like a moment to myself.
Romantic.
Yeah. How can you not be romantic about baseball?
Nice quote.
When I walked out and I was walking over to my Uber, there were bats like all flying around the parking lot.
Bats in the
I
parking
saw
lot?
multiple bats in the parking lot. Yeah.
I thought
There's trees out there. It's
They're
trees.
a cavernous mammal,
There's trees.
I guess.
They probably, I mean, for being honest here, biology talk with James and Mark, they probably hang on like under the subway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Willits Point's got to be a great spot.
for sure. Also,
some
the
bats.
marina's over there. There's like tons of wildlife.
Well, the marina's
for sure.
behind us.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
okay.
I'm not like pointing.
I guess, yeah, most people don't know where we're looking.
I'm not pointing where we're looking. I'm just pointing to me like outside the stadium.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point that most people, unless
Mark's
you're
like,
watching
no,
the YouTube-
no, that's west. Marina's east. Opposite.
It's a long day. It's a long day. I'm cranky.
Oh,
I'm cranky.
Starting to schwitz.
Second straight podcast with the word Schwitz drop.
Schwitz.
Yeah. Let's see how
You
many.
want to know what it was?
3 in a row.
I said it to you earlier. I said if I'm not schwitzing, it's not good.
No, I
didn't
was sweating.
I didn't schwitz today.
I sweat early.
No sweat from me. I wanted to sweat a
this
little
game
bit.
mostly no sweatshirt. It was kind of warm out here.
Tomorrow's gonna be cold, right?
Mendes looking at us. We're going off top.
Tomorrow's going to be really cold.
He's $100 in his
I
future.
know. He's looking forward to it.
Tomorrow's gonna be cold.
It's going to be cold. I bet you the ball is not flying as easily tomorrow as it
flew
did
tonight.
tonight.
Jumpy ball, jumpy baseball.
Very jumpy.
Springs in it. Yeah, hopefully the cold weather shakes the
What
Padres
did we
a
say
little bit.
before the game as the joke? The bee was Jade?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah, hit us
John,
with it real quick.
We have 5 minutes to get men to get
Yeah,
us
yeah,
out of here.
Trying to
Quick
get me
ones.
over
Yes or no
20?
answer.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe?
I do.
I believe. You
I
gotta
do.
believe.
We can't make it this far and not believe. Like, I think
It'd be stupid not to believe.
if you've made it
I'm
this-
sad right now, but I'll wake up tomorrow morning feeling very different.
the worst case scenario is you believe for one more game.
Yeah,
That's
this
the
is
worst case scenario, is you give yourself one more night.
If you are stupid, you're stupid for 24 more hours.
Yes.
Great.
And if you're not stupid, you have a great 24 hours.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. I think
24 hours is no big deal.
no, it's nothing. I mean, we'll be back here tomorrow night recording after we win game 2. I'm calling it right now.
It'd be a great time.
We're winning game 2. It's happening.
Checking Blake Snell's career stats in the playoffs against the Mets. I'm trying to find the angles
Well,
here.
he definitely hasn't pitched in the playoffs against the Mets. But
No. There was a comma there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and find Blake Snell stats in the playoffs
Can you
3
fi-
times through the batting order.
Can you find how many pieces of gum Blake Snell has chewed in his life? Because that
how
guy's
many
got
Slim
no jaw.
Jims Blake Snell averages on an off day?
I'm down to talk trash.
Mark, you ever
time.
play him in the show?
Blake Snell?
Yeah.
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
What do you mean you're going to plead the fifth?
I've never played him. And I have no comment.
He beat you?
No.
Oh.
Jeff McNeil beat me.
Nice.
But
Good
I
juju.
also I don't know. We were playing on veteran. We weren't playing competitive rules. If Jeff ever wants to
God.
rematch, he knows where to find me.
I think the only calling card about the Mets against Blake Snell is that we are a team that traditionally takes a lot of pitches. He's a guy who can
He nibbles.
be outside the strike zone.
Loves to nibble.
He's really only throwing you 2 pitches.
Like
And-
Yu Darvish pounds the zone.
And Yu Darvish has such an unbelievably diverse arsenal of pitches. He
That
was throwing
cutter
that
was
cutter to lefties.
tearing us up.
And people didn't have any idea what was happening. Like the 5 curveballs he threw made everybody just freak out.
Which is
swing out of their shoes.
It's messed up when you throw like 94 and then drop a 69 mile an hour
Darvish is
curveball.
great. We tried
Nice.
to jinx him yesterday. We did our best we could. He's
Couldn't
awesome.
do
He
it.
crushed us again. He owns us.
Oh, Jenny did a real good job with
I know.
that Darvish.
The Darvish shit in
It
the first 2
worked.
innings worked
It
well.
worked.
He kept stepping off. We just didn't really have enough to keep it going after the Grisham home run and after all the 2 straight counts we got wound up in.
John, you got Snell stats?
Yeah, I mean, he does have really good playoff
Okay,
stats.
don't say him then. Okay,
That's
remember when he
fine.
got pulled early in the World Series?
Yeah, well,
though?
that's the thing. His pitch count, that's a problem for him.
Yeah.
It's always been a problem for him. And Bob Melvin, I think, manages similarly with him that the way Kevin Cash did back when he was with the Rays.
Sure, I'm in on that.
Yeah.
I'm down. You distracted by a mosquito? First you
Yeah.
were distracted by the balloon the other day. Now you're distracted by a
balloon's still
mosquito.
there.
It's still there. Maybe we have to get the balloon.
I think we gotta get that balloon.
gotta
outta
get the
here.
balloon
I
down.
don't.
Go get a
The
ladder.
string doesn't look long enough.
Let's all stand on each other's shoulders.
I mean, if we get like a Vito John James, we can get it down.
Yeah, stand on shoulders.
Yeah, that's easy.
Anything else to talk about?
Visit. You gotta go out tomorrow, beat Blake Snell. Just watch out for the freaking slider. He's gonna throw it nonstop. Take pitches. He's gonna nibble, hit the baseball, win the game.
9 innings. Gotta play 9 innings.
9 innings.
9 innings. What does Tim Tebow say? got 30 minutes for the rest of our lives.
We got a little more than that.
9 innings for the rest of our lives. That's what we need right now. We need the boys to come out swinging.
We have 150 minutes for the rest of our lives.
Go out and win. I'm calling it. I'm guaranteeing a winning game, too.
Wow. I'm not. I hope we win. You got to believe.
I'm guaranteeing it. You got to believe. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Let's go home. Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Sorry, Mendez. No $100 for you.
Nice.
Peace out. See you tomorrow.
Get up. Get up. Get up.